What's up, butterflies? Welcome back to the channel, Butterfly Healing. It's your girl, Butterfly Lissa. Yo, I know it's been a little time, you know what I'm saying, since y'all last saw me. Y'all ain't seen my face since last year. I know the last video I did was the reading, and I didn't show my face in that one. And then before that, it was something else that whatever, you know. So basically, it's been a little while since we have talked about something constructive, something that y'all can really get something out of, okay? And honestly, I don't know where y'all at in your healing journey. Oh, I forgot to say this. If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now because you're gonna love it here. If this is not your first time, welcome back to the channel, butterflies, okay? Whatever, I already said Butterfly Lissa, boom, 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 all right? Like I was saying, I don't know exactly where y'all are at in your healing journey. If you are on a healing journey or any of that, I don't know, okay? But I feel like this topic right here is something that we all can get a little something out of, okay? And honestly, it's been on my mind since last year, probably for over a month, to talk about this on the channel. But it's amazing the way that ideas for topics will come into my mind, and then I'm like, damn, that's a good topic. That's something that we really can apply to our life, you know what I'm saying, to live a better life, if you will. And it's like I'll be so focused on that topic throughout my everyday life that I will start to see, you know, if I apply this to certain situations, does it work? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm always a student and a teacher, always a student and a teacher. I feel like in order to ever be a good teacher of anything, you got to be learning yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a student and a teacher at the same time. All right. As y'all can probably tell, my energy is extremely high today, which is why I decided to make a video. Okay. I've been feeling so good lately. All right. This is year. I know already on a national scale, things have been a little chaotic already this year, but I feel so good about this year, and I hope that y'all do too, okay? So let's get into it, right? The topic for today is going to be how to properly maintain any type of relationship, any type of connection. I don't care if it's work, I don't care if it's a friend, I don't care if it's a partner, I don't care if you're dating several people, whatever type of connection or relationship it is, this will help you maintain that relationship. It should, no matter what type of connection it is, all right? And it's funny to me because this is something that I learned. It's 2021, I'm 25 years old. This was in like 2016. So what, I was 20 or so at the time when I learned this. And it was actually when I was at orientation for a job. And it's crazy to me that, you know, I did not work there long. I think I worked there maybe like 2 weeks, and then I was out of there. And what made me leave was the manager was telling me that I had to change my nose ring or not wear it. And I'm like, baby, when y'all interviewed me, I had this nose ring in, and it was never an issue until just this one random day. She like, no, I don't like her nose ring. So naturally, me being how I am and me being who I'm gonna motherfucking be regardless, I was not finna stay there anyway. It wasn't no good job regardless, y'all. But see how I get sidetracked. But anyway, I was there for probably like 2 weeks. But it's funny to me that I was able to retain this. And I don't remember nobody's names or nothing else, but I remember this because it was like, damn, that's a gem right there. Okay, but there's 4 C's, okay? You can call this the 4 C's to maintain any type of connection, all right? And we're going to talk about it, all right? So obviously, I think that the easiest one off rip is commitment, okay? Commit to it, all right? You say, I want you to be in my life. I want this job to stay in my life. I want this person to stay in my life, my friend to stay in my life. I want my partner to stay in my life. And so I'm going to commit to this. That's all. Commitment is easy. It's just saying, all right, I'm gonna do this, okay? That's the easy part. Second part, the second C, it's not as easy. I don't feel like it's as easy. Some of y'all gonna say, that's easy. I can do that. But there's other levels to this shit that makes it a little more difficult. And y'all know that. We're gonna get into it, right? So the second C is communication. Boom. Talk about it, all right? Communication goes on so many fucking levels, all right? Like I said, we're talking about any type of relationship. So a lot of y'all like, that's easy, okay? But for some of us, it's not. For some of us that are more like Libras, just per se, people pleasers, it's hard for us to be like, I ain't feeling this shit, all right? It's hard to do that shit sometimes because you don't want to hurt people's feelings and yada, 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 okay? But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, the second, this is really such a key one for real. I want to say it's the number one way is to communicate, because no matter what, it's clear what's going on when you communicate. If you, let's say you feeling a way about some shit, right? But you ain't talking about it. But even though you haven't said anything, sometimes we still gonna wear what the fuck we feel on our outside. We still wear it out there. Even though we don't want to, you might not want to ever talk about how this person made you feel away. You never want to talk about it because you don't want to cause any conflict. But even if you're not saying anything, sometimes people can just read the fuck out of you. They know you got an attitude. So then they're like, what's the problem, man? And if you're constantly saying nothing, there's like this open space for them and you to just kind of plant things into that open space, things that never get fucking discussed. So that's like how, you know, all this your passive aggressiveness and then their anxiety both leave this open space for bullshit to get in there and grow. Okay, so that's why you have to communicate, talk about it. Even if y'all gotta fuss it out all the way to the end until y'all come to some type of agreement or whatever, communicate, all right? That leads me to the next one. Now, a lot of people don't discuss this one. Hold on. I need to look at something for a second. A lot of people don't discuss this one. And I feel like it's really a fucking really important one, which is comprehension. And some of y'all like, I know, I can just imagine some of y'all like, okay, she's talking about something right now. Because comprehension is, like I said, one that doesn't get discussed a lot. It doesn't. And it's a lot of times the problem, because two people can be very communicative. They could talk till their fucking heads fall off, arguing back and forth all day, but there can be an issue of comprehension. So comprehension means this. Just give y'all a scenario, right? This is a good one. I hope it don't take me too long to explain this, to break this down, because I hope y'all really feel me on this, right? So just a scenario. You and your partner are having an issue, a small issue, okay, right? You like, look, I want you to start picking up your clothes for me. Just put them in the basket. You know, that's a small thing because it makes me feel like you don't care. It makes me feel like you're not being an avid partner in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? It could be whatever. I don't even feel like that's a good thing to even create an issue about. It could be something bigger. You're like, hey, I want you to start whatever. Okay. I can't think of nothing right now. Obviously, she's single and don't got no relationship problems. But okay, boom. Whatever it is, y'all can think of an issue right now in your head, but you come to them and you're like, this is making me feel like this. And I just want you to respect, you know, that I feel that way and just stop doing that because it makes me feel like this, right? And then the person's like, okay, cool. But you know, I be doing this, and this. So you really shouldn't feel like that. I really don't understand why you feel like that. Why would you feel like that? You know that I care about you. So why do you feel like that? Like, at that point, I guarantee you the issue is growing and growing and growing because there's no comprehension. And it's what's crazy to me is that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I can remember several situations where I was that person that was like, why do you feel like that? Why do you feel like that? But that's the disconnect, is where you're not comprehending, because it's simple. They coming to you and saying, hey, this is the issue for me. Stop doing this because it makes me feel like this. So with the same question that you're asking, why would you feel like that? They've already answered it. You're not listening, okay? And I want y'all to realize that it don't make you a bad person to not be able to comprehend like that. Because a lot of times we get lost in the sauce and our whole mindset is, we got a problem, let's fix the problem. And you so driven to fix the problem, You know what I'm saying? You like, sometimes you jump over completely. You're like, okay, what you jump completely over hearing what they said, and you go directly to, well, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Sometimes all you got to do is listen. All you got to do is listen. That's it. And it's hard to do that, I think, because we have egos. We have all of this stuff, these insecurities and these kind of triggers built up where we're like, okay, now you hurt my feelings, because why would you feel like that? You know what kind of person I am. We taking shit personally at that point. And so it's key, really so fucking key, to just, when you in a situation like that, just take a moment to listen to them. Listen to the person. Hear them. Understand them. Shit, put yourself in their shoes for a second and say, damn, what would I do if I felt like that? You know what I'm saying? What would I want the person to do? How would I want the person to respond to me? And it's not ever so much about what can we do to fix it. Because a lot of times, if I'm coming to you right now, you can't fix it right now. I'm telling you now so that in the future, you won't do this no more. And it's really just that simple. Respecting people enough to either, you know what I'm saying, say, okay, that's what it is. I won't do that no more. I'm sorry. Boom. It's just that simple to do that, to either do that or to just walk away. You know what I'm saying? But this is about maintaining relationships, okay? So comprehension is a big ass one, okay? It really follows suit right behind communication, okay? So you communicate them how you feel, and then y'all comprehend each other, okay? Because it's really important for both people to do that. Be able to listen. Be teachable. I just talked about that. Always be teachable. You ain't always right. You don't always know everything, and you don't always get it right. I'm saying so much right now. We're all different. And so even though you feel like, okay, I do this, and this, so you should not feel like that. That's kind of a love language thing. You know, you could spoil your partner, buy them everything ever, take care of all of their bills. You know, your acts of service and gifts giving is way up here, but you don't ever spend no time with them. And so you're like, I do all this for you, and you really still complaining? I just want you to spend time with me. It's so simple. Comprehension. All right. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep talking about it. The third one. How many have I done? No, that was the third one. Okay. So the last one, Jesus Christ. The first one was commitment. Okay. Commit to it. Say you want to do this shit. Commit yourself to it. Okay. Second, communication. Talk about it. Even if the shit fucking uncomfortable, even if you got anxiety out your asshole, I guarantee you, once you talk about it, all of that shit just gonna kind of drift the fuck away because you're dealing with it, okay? And the third one is comprehension. You're not always right. Even if you are the one that's upset, sometimes it may not even be right for you to feel away, okay? You just gotta really be open to really feeling each other and wanting to what? The last one, cooperate, okay? The fourth one is cooperation. That's the last one. Cooperate, okay? Let's say y'all having a huge issue, right? A huge issue where both of y'all have done some wrong, okay? That's like after y'all can both admit, comprehend what's the issue on both of y'all parts. Sit your ego to the side and take accountability for what you might or might not be doing correctly here. Whether it's like, oh, you wait too long to even tell me how you feel about something, and then you let it boil up and erupt. That's not right either, you know what I'm saying? But if that person can communicate that to you, you need to comprehend that, like I said, take accountability for that, and then cooperate. Cooperation to me is cooperation and commitment are the easiest too, because ultimately, if you are on this video right now, you said, I want this relationship to work. So though you already doing 1 and 2, you already committed to it, and you're already ready to cooperate. But you got to do second and third in order to get from 1 to 4. Okay? You got, like, I done pressed the fuck out of y'all with comprehension, because comprehension is oftentimes the biggest lack, the biggest issue, the biggest thing that's like, you just not fucking getting it. Sometimes I have literally walked away from so many connections, and I'm saying that shit right now because I'm talking about this video. I came to the realization that I should talk about this on the channel because, you know, I went through this phase of repetition of going through cycles, you know what I'm saying? And ultimately, when you tired of some shit, you're like, okay, I want to break these cycles. And so you have to sit back and pay attention to yourself. All shit that I talked about last year on the channel, being aware and being accountable of who you are and what you do. Being able to do that and then say, all right, I'm going to stop doing that. Either saying I'm going to stop doing that or I'm going to cultivate how I go about doing that, right? And so being able to sit back and do that last year and honestly doing it every day of my life at this point, I was like, this is really a tool. Being able to do these 4 things is a fucking tool, because at some point you say, all right, I'm gonna commit myself to applying these 4 things to my life. You can say that, all right? So then you meet people, you form new connections, whatever, you get into new environments, and you're applying this to your life. And guess what? You realize a lot of people not going to go by this. A lot of people cannot do these 4 things. And so then you can say, this connection is not it for me, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm here trying my fucking best, and you're not. Okay, either you're not communicating, either you're not committed, either you're not comprehending, or you're not cooperating. At some point, you got to say, all right, this ain't for me. If they can't do those 4 things, if you can't do those 4 things, then it's a problem. All right. But this, like I said, this video is about maintaining relationships, maintaining connections. And I feel this is the blueprint for that. Okay. Whew. I think that's all that I wanted to say. Overall, it was very much, it has been on my mind very heavy, and I had a lot to say about it just for the last 15 minutes. But yeah, I just have, 2021 is already a year, I feel, of things moving and going, even with, the pandemic and everything that's has kind of limited us the last year. It's still so much motion. No matter whether you're doing anything or not, things are moving. Things are going, whether they're going good or they're going bad for us, they're moving and they're going. And so I just have kind of been experiencing so much newness. Y'all, if you've been on the channel, you probably know I've been wanting newness. If you know me, whatever. And so it's definitely been some things that are manifested, but they're here now, and it's like, okay, now it's time for you to apply everything that you've learned, all of the tools that you have been, you've supplied yourself with and that you've been supplied with from, spirit, God, universe, source, higher powers, all of that. And now, you here, you know what I'm saying? So I know that at the end of the day, I will always continue to be able to come to y'all and be like, look, this is what I done learned, y'all. Listen to this, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, I just been experiencing so much, so many different types of connections. And, sometimes it's like you connect so well with people, but the connections just simply are not going where they need to go. And you're like, why? This might be why. This might be why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to make another video about how connection or connecting is really like the epitome, like, of spirituality. It's like the main fucking thing, okay? I don't really like cussing it as much as I do on the channel, or as I used to, but it's the main fucking thing, okay? Connection is for spirituality, and it's like, okay, but I don't know. It's just so many limitations on shit. Like, I'm wanting to get deep as fuck, but I'm not gonna do it on the channel. I just wanted to say all of that because I think that we all are going through a lot of newness right now. So I'm gonna try my best to keep giving y'all what I know and what I have learned and what God, Source, Spirit, Universe gives to me to speak on. And I hope y'all getting something out of it. If you are, comment a butterfly down below. If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, comment anything down below. I love to interact with y'all. I love to get feedback from y'all, okay? I don't care who you are, how insignificant you might feel you are fucking not, okay? I like to talk to everybody, especially when it comes to my channel, okay? I love y'all so much. I do this for y'all. And it's your girl, Butterfly Lissa. We about to go ahead and sign it out now.